Welcome to the Bleed Norwich podcast. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Bleed Norwich podcast with me, Doeke, and
me, Jack. Hello.
There we go. He got the cue to introduce himself there. Alex is going to do his league predictions on TikTok. I've obviously done mine, but we're going to also run through Jack's and compare the two, because the comments on TikTok, there is a whole lot of arguments going on there. A lot of disagreement with my predictions, but remember, they're just predictions. I am probably wrong, but I'm also probably right. Let's be real. I am clever as fuck when it comes to football. So go fuck yourselves.
Listen, at the end of the day, the game's the game.
The game's a game. But me and Jack are going to run through our championship table predictions for coming the end of the season. Jack, how you fit? Are you happy with your predictions?
All in all, mate, yeah, I am as it goes.
All right. Well, we'll start off at the bottom. Who have you got sitting rock bottom of the championship come the end of the season?
Rock bottom. I have Charlton.
There was such an obvious pick here, Jack. I don't think Charlton are rock bottom here. I mean, I've gone Sheffield Wednesday. Obviously, they have 18 first-team players at the minute. Their club is in absolute disarray. Danny Roll's left. All sorts of a mess there. And you've gone with Charlton.
Yes.
Elaborate, please. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, obviously they've just come up, haven't they?
Yeah, they have just come up. Jesus.
Well, exactly. Do I need to say any more?
Yeah. No, okay. No, I see that argument. I do, but they've also invested very well. Thomas Kaminski as well. You know, a Premier League goalkeeper 2 years ago, a Premier League number one 2 years ago, and they've got a manager in Nathan Jones that is obviously experienced at championship level. Don't you think they're very well sort of prepared for a season of championship? No. Okay.
No, because listen. Now, I understand. I mean, as we get further up the table, okay, the statement I've just made in regards to the fact that they've just come up, okay, that goes out of the window with the other two, okay, and it does, because
it does for one of them. I agree. It does for one of them.
They have a lot more money,
yeah,
and you know, if Birmingham come calling, yes, Birmingham is an absolute shithole. Lock me up, throw away the key, but it is all right. But if they come calling, really, you're going to answer the fucking phone call and you're going to go play for them. All right? Same with Wrexham, okay? Look at the story they've had. All right? Whereas Charlton come calling, I'm not being funny, but you put the phone down. No one answers that phone call unless you're desperate. All right?
I quite like Charlton.
I've said it. All right? I've said it. Charlton are going down.
Okay. Who finishes your bottom three? So who have you got 23rd and 22nd?
Yeah, so 23rd, I've got Sheffield Wednesday.
They had to be there. They had to be there. They had to be there. Yeah, who've you got 22nd?
They're going down.
Yeah,
22nd, I've got Oxford. Now, Oxford fans, okay, don't shoot the messenger, all right? It is what it is. You're going down, in my opinion. That's all there is to it. I'm not going into it. That's what it is.
Jesus Christ. You're not holding back any shots there. I've also got Oxford United in my bottom three. Yes, I know Gary Rowett's a very good manager at this level, but I just do think second season syndrome will hit them. They will struggle. And I just don't think that there's enough quality in that side compared to the other. The Championship's really strong this year. I just think they will come undone, and I think they will languish in the bottom three. And 22nd, I've got a lot of financial issues. I think they can only sign players on free transfers and on loan, I believe. So. Yeah. It does leave that sort of area to be a bit, light in terms of being able to bring in real quality. And obviously they lost Ruben Selles in the summer, who's now at Sheffield United. So yeah, for me, I think that's going to be tricky for them. We'll go 3 by 3 now. So if you've got 21st, 20th, and 19th, please, Jack.
Yeah, so I've got Stoke, Portsmouth, and QPR. Now, it was a tough call, okay? to put Stoke there because they're one of them ones. Are they going to stay up? Are they going to go down? It's one of them. They're going to be there or thereabouts. Okay. I've got a couple of friends that are Stoke fans. I know. Sorry to hear that. Um, I think they will stay up by the skin of their teeth. I'm
Yeah.
talking goal difference here.
Okay.
Last game of the
It's coming down to
season,
the
goal
wire,
difference. Hmm.
just like last season. But that's how we like it, though, in the Championship. That's why it's the best league in the world. You know what I mean? It's got that excitement. Come to the last day of the season, there's still stuff to play for, isn't there?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Now, I've got obviously Portsmouth, QPR. I didn't really know. I had to put them somewhere. So they've gone there. All right.
That's it. We've brought Jack on to bleed Norwich because of his excellent football opinions, and here we have him in the flesh or in
Hey,
your
it's all
ears
up here.
if you're listening over on Spotify. So yeah,
At
no,
the end of the day, it's all off the dome. It's all off the dome.
it's all of the time. I don't. I agree with the arguments of Portsmouth and Stoke, and my 21st is Wrexham. I think they will really struggle. I know they've got financial, they're not in financial struggles. They've got money to spend, and but they're signing 30-plus-year-old strikers. I think they will struggle, and I think they will stay up because it's Wrexham, but I just don't. I can't see them doing any more than that. And you've got Stoke as well, who obviously you've spoke about. They always seem to be there or thereabouts in terms of relegation zone. I think they might just stay up again. And I've got Preston. And I think they're going to struggle a bit this season. But again, Preston, they just always stay up. They always manage it. And Paul Heckingbottom
Yeah,
is
I
a
think.
decent manager at this level. Not the Premier League, but at this level, he's a decent enough manager to keep him up. QPR, I do not agree with. I think they've recruited very well. Obviously, lost their manager, Cifuentes, I think his name was, to Leicester. So big miss there. But I still think that that they'll be higher than where you've put them. But anyway, let's go on to 18th, 17th, and 16th.
Yeah, I've got Derby, Hull, and Swansea.
Derby, Hull, and Swansea. Okay,
Mm.
I've got so my 18th, 17th, 16th is Charlton, Portsmouth, and Derby. My reason for Charlton is obviously Nathan Jones is an excellent manager at this level. And I think they've recruited very smartly in terms like Thomas Kaminsky and stuff. And obviously, I spoke about that. Derby, I agree with. I think they have recruited really well. Bringing in like Carlton Morris as well, I think it's an excellent bit of business. But I don't see them sort of challenging top half of just how strong the league is this season and how well other teams have recruited as well. And then Portsmouth as well, similar to what you said. I think they're going to struggle to stay up, but they'll still manage it. But yeah,
Yeah,
talk us about Swansea and then who else? Hull. Well, why do you think Hull are going to finish so high?
I just think I don't know. So high.
Yeah, I got
Well, it's
Hull.
not high, is it?
Well, I've got Hull. I've got Hull in the relegation zone, and I think a lot of other fans do as well. When we've been predicting our table, so compared to where I've got
No,
them,
no. I think Hull will be all right. I think they'll be fine. Not quite relegation scrap. Not quite top six. They're just there in the middle. Do you know what I mean? They're in the middle. You
having
got
their
to give
little
them
pie,
something. I mean, I've been to Hull once.
and you
It
fell
was freezing
asleep.
cold.
No, you fell
I
asleep.
fell asleep. I fell asleep. It just goes to show that Hull, boring place.
Oh, I quite
But
liked Hull when we went. I really liked. I thought it was nice little pubs around there.
did you?
Yeah,
That is honestly great news for you. Okay. But I thought Hull was boring. It was cold. Okay. And it was a bit of a nothing really trip, let's be honest. So,
yeah,
for
it
that
really
reason,
was.
it being cold, right, they're going to be 17th come the end of the season.
Again, Jack's insightful football knowledge coming out there. Hull finishing 17th because it's cold.
Yeah. Get that in the tabloids.
Get it in the tabloids. And yeah, Swansea as well. Why do you think, again, Swansea, again, another side similar to QPR, who I think have recruited very well, did lose Harry Darling to us, of course. Why do you think
Mhm.
they're going to finish so low?
I just think there's teams in this league that are going to be better than them.
Yeah, of course. I
I
think so.
think, again, it's similar to Hull. They're not necessarily going to struggle. I think they'll be fine where they are. But I just don't think they've got enough to kind of push any higher. Now,
No, that's
let's
fair.
just clear this one up. It's all subject to opinion. These are my opinions. My views are my own. Okay?
No, of course, of course, of course. We'll go. We're at 15th, 14th, 13th now, aren't we?
Yes.
Yep. 15th, 14th, and 13th. Who have you got languishing in mid-table?
I've got Blackburn in 15th,
So that's one that we actually agree on. Nice.
Hollywood FC being Wrexham in 14th,
Okay.
and 13th, I've got Preston.
Okay, so you gone Preston and Wrexham just sort of a bit higher than me. Just they're going to be a bit more safer than what I believe. I have filled Blackburn in 15th, obviously. Bristol City in 14th. I think they're going to really struggle without Liam Manning at the helm. And I've got Swansea in 13th. I think just a bit higher than Jack. I think they have recruited enough to sort of challenge the upper mid-table spot, so to speak. But again, like I say, every other team in the Championship has seemed to do really well in the transfer window this summer. And I think Swansea have done all right. They brought in ex-scummer, was it Cameron Burgess?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't really put them too high for that, but hey. But yeah, I got Swansea in 13th. I think it's a very tough table to predict this season. There's so many good teams that have done so many good things, and Swansea could surprise me and be a dark horse and finish, top half of the table. We don't know. But yeah, 12th, 11th, and 10th, Jack. These are the
Yeah,
sides that are
12th.
going to be pushing, but just not enough.
Yes. So 12th, I've got Millwall.
Okay.
11th, Watford. 10, Middlesbrough.
I don't hate that. I really don't hate that from you. I've got 12 QPR. Obviously, previous to what I said, I think they've recruited quite well, similar to Swansea. 11th, I've got Millwall. And 10th, I've got Watford. Middlesbrough, I've got a bit higher up. But I
Okay,
don't hate that from you. I actually don't. So,
good.
yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Yeah, I think again, all those sides have recruited well, but can they really push those playoff places? I don't think so. But again, I am here to be proved wrong. So we'll see. Again, these are just predictions. I'm not telling you the outcome at the
Yes.
end of the season. I haven't been to the future. These are just our predictions. We can be wrong. So ninth, eighth, and seventh, the sides outside of the playoffs that could push, but just won't be quite there. They'll miss out on goal difference, goals scored, goals conceded, points. Who are they, Jack? Who've you got?
So in ninth, I've got West Brom. I
Another
do
one.
think they'll
Wow,
just fall short.
we've agreed.
Um, Again, the same but different.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I've gone for Coventry and Bristol City. Again, I think Bristol, obviously, I think they'll be all right. I really think they'll be. I think they'll be very unlucky to miss out. Um, Coventry, well, it's just Coventry, is it? Really, it's just Coventry. Frank Lampard is was a great player, but his managerial status and previous, I just don't think he's going to be there. I think they'll fall short.
For anyone
They will fall at the final hurdle.
for anyone listening on Spotify right now, I've got my head in my hands here. Coventry have a really good squad. They they haven't let anyone go. They've finished in the
Right?
playoffs two of the previous three seasons. Became very
Yeah.
unlucky the previous season where we finished in the playoffs. I I just think you got them too low down. I think Frank Lampard done an excellent job with them. And he's
Mm.
also I think Frank Lampard is very well proven at this level. Look what he done with Derby County in the whole Spygate
Okay.
issue. At least brought them to a playoff final, and you've
Yeah.
got them so low down. Obviously, he's not proven in the Premier League. I agree. I think he's not really hit that status yet. Absolutely, but in the Championship, I think he's more than capable to bring a side into the playoffs, especially with Coventry's quality in their side. So I do massively disagree with you there. And you have Bristol City in seventh. I
Yes.
Yeah. What? I can't believe you got them this high. Obviously, they did finish in the playoffs last season. It's easy to forget,
There
but
we go.
they haven't got Liam Manning.
Listen, right? They may not have our gaffer, okay? But let me tell you this for free. Like I said, they'll be there or thereabouts. They'll just miss out. Okay? Same as Coventry. Final hurdle, bud. They will miss out because there are teams above them, in my opinion, that are better than them, that can get something
That's
across the
it.
line.
That's it.
Minus who I've got in sixth because, that's a little bit questionable. I understand that. But
I really don't want to know who you got in sixth. Anyway, I've still got to do my what is it? Ninth, eighth, and seventh. Ninth, I've got West Brom. Eighth, I've got Sheffield Wednesday. I think losing Vinny Souza, losing Chris Wilder, and obviously having Ruben Sellas is going to be a whole sort of new makeover there. I like the signing of Louis Barry that they've done, but again, I just think that playoff heartache is going to hit them. They were fully well expected to go up last season, and they didn't, and they failed expectation. And I just see them struggling a little bit. But again, that might be a rogue shout from me. But I just think they'll miss out on playoffs. And Middlesbrough, I've got seventh. I think keeping hold of Hayden Hackney after Alex Griffin scared him off is it's a massive massive keep.
well, that's enough to put anyone off their dinner.
I tell you what, put me off my dinner for a month. I'm going to lose a lot of weight now. Cheers, Alex. Anyway, onto the playoff spots. We'll do all four of the playoff spots, but we'll do them one by one. Who have you got
Okay.
in sixth?
I've got us, Norwich City Football Club, to finish sixth.
Okay, you got them a bit lower than me. Okay, that's fair. No, I think we'll finish in the playoffs, of course, but why sixth? Gone. Why sixth?
I think purely because the amount of new players we have, I think it's going to take a little bit more time than what most fans would expect for the team to gel and get going. And I think that slight dip that we will have at the start will play dividends in the final standings. Hence why I've got a sixth.
Okay, that's fair. I've got Leicester in sixth, and
Okay.
this on TikTok did spark a few debates. I think Leicester fans are very well expecting them to win the league. They have only signed Asmir Begovic. I don't believe they're under any sort of transfer embargo or anything, so they can sign more players. I think they desperately need a striker. Their new manager only
Yes.
joined a couple of weeks ago, Marcy Cifuentes, obviously from QPR. So they haven't really had a
I
lot
think
of
they'll
time to
panic buy.
yeah, they haven't had a lot of time to prepare, but they do have a very good squad, which is why I haven't got them lower down. And obviously, they're going to have a
Mm,
point deduction reportedly. Apparently, 6 points, but then someone told me 15 points. I don't know. But I think, again, that's going to hit them hard. They aren't going to be in the top two, and I think they are going to be on
hmm
the lower end of the playoff places. But I still think they'll be in the playoff places. So, and they've got the quality in the side to do that. So,
Yeah.
don't shoot me, Leicester fans. It's just a prediction. Thank you. Fifth.
Fifth, I have gone with Leicester.
Okay, I'm guessing similar reasons to myself then.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
exactly. Potential points deduction before they've even kicked the ball this season. I don't think it's not really gonna hinder them. I don't think, but I do agree with you. I think, they need to make some signings. They have got a very strong squad. But yeah, I do think that potential points deduction will hinder them come the final standings. Hence why I've got them fifth.
I've got Coventry fifth. Obviously, I've said my piece on Coventry, so
Of
we don't need to
course.
go for that again. Fourth, Jack. Who have you got in fourth?
Fourth, I've gone with Birmingham City.
Okay. Fourth, I've got Norwich. Um, I think we'll have a very good season. I really do think we will. I think we'll
Okay.
surprise a lot of people. A lot of people commented in the TikToks. Norwich won't finish in the playoffs. Norwich won't finish in the playoffs. Just have a look at the transfer business we've done and who we've managed to keep hold of. Everyone's been saying, "Oh, Norwich have sold." We've sold one player in Borja Sykes, and
Mm.
he was always going to leave. And we've planned his replacement for months. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um,
I agree. I agree, and I'm going to be very confident here. Clip this. Someone please clip this. Norwich City will finish in the top six, and dare I say, we will go on and win at Wembley as well. Clip it. Clip it now, and bookmark it for the end of the year.
this is going to really backfire, isn't it? I don't think I want to clip it. I don't think I want to put this out anymore.
Is what it
Oh
is.
no. Um, So you got Birmingham City fourth. I've got Birmingham City
Yeah.
third. For those asking, your reasons, Jack. I'm intrigued.
My reason behind Birmingham finishing fourth is they've got a good squad. They have they've got the money behind them as
They've
well.
invested
From
so well.
they have invested very well.
Kyogo, I think his name is, ex Celtic striker. They've signed him. He could easily be one of the best strikers in the championship. Obviously, got Jay Stansfield, who we know is proven at this level. Tommy
Mhm.
Doyle, an excellent midfielder that was playing regular minutes in the Premier League last season. They've got a really, really strong squad. They've just invested everywhere. They've got James Beadle on loan as well from Brighton. Yeah, again, like you say, they've got money. They can put it into the squad, and yeah, I like you say, I can see them finishing very high up the season. Who you got in third?
Third, I have Ipswich Town.
Okay,
Yeah.
why third?
Well, they're not going to finish in the top two,
Okay,
so I think they'll finish third.
you're gonna hate my predictions then.
I probably will. So
Yeah.
go on.
No. Well, who have you got in finishing in second? Who have you got finishing in second?
Second, I've got Southampton.
Oh my god! I just realised who that leaves you winning the league. Oh my word. I've also got Southampton, so that's actually three that we've agreed on. By the way, three. Out of 24, I don't think that's actually a lot. I think one of us is very out here. One of us is going to be very
You,
out. But
you.
we'll see. Top. Who's going first?
I'll let you go first because it's going to be wrong. So
I've got Ipswich Town finishing first.
exactly.
My footballing head can't come into play with this rather than my heart. My heart says Ipswich will do a Luton, but my head says they will comfortably win the league. They invested very well in the Premier League in terms of preparing for the Championship by buying Championship level players. They've invested well this summer, I think, as well. If they're bringing in Tuber Akpom potentially, and
I've heard that he could potentially be
you
on his
get,
way to Birmingham.
he's done his medical at Ipswich. I think he's now doing his medical at Birmingham, so he's got to choose in between there, doesn't he? But then
Listen,
obviously,
I mean this in the most respectful way possible, right? But Birmingham or Ipswich, both are shit areas to live in.
but one is your
They
second.
both play in blue. I mean, who wants that?
Well, Tuber Akpom, he's got the pick of the bunch,
Well,
hasn't
yeah,
he?
him clearly.
Uh,
But money talks, so my money's on him going to Birmingham. But hey, that's just me.
well, there we go. Who have you got first?
I've got Sheffield United to win the league. You can pull it for the audio listeners out there. Doeke is currently rocking back and forth in his chair as if I've just ran over his cat. Okay, and my reasoning is fell short, obviously, last season, and I think they're going to have that kind of drive and willingness to show not just themselves, but the fans, us, you know, everyone that actually they can do it. Obviously, they are a little bit allergic to Wembley. You know, hey, could never be Norwich, but it is what it is. But they will win the league.
Okay. Okay. Oh. Well, thank you guys.
And on that bombshell, football fans, that's the end of the episode.
Right.
That's the
Oh,
end
hang
of the
on. Whoa,
podcast.
whoa. We're not done yet. We're not done yet.
Oh,
Who do you think's going
okay.
to finish top goal scorer? There's one answer here. There's one answer.
If he stays fit,
And he stays at the club.
he's staying at the club. I can almost guarantee that. But if he stays fit, it's got to be Josh Sargent.
It's got to be. And it's also criminal. The amount of videos I've seen on like TikTok and stuff where people predict the top goal scorer championship and he's been completely missed out because people think he's left. He's not. He's still at the club. He's still training. He's still going to start first day of the season. Touch wood. Um, but yeah, if he stays fit and stays at the club, it has to be Josh Sargent. Player of the
Yeah.
season. Who do you reckon?
But I think, in all honesty, probably. I mean, it's not going to be a defender. That's throwing that one out of the
You,
window. It's not going to be a defender, is it?
were you going to say Yakov Medic? Well, yeah.
I might have done.
I mean, for you, if you've got Sheffield United finishing top, surely Gus Hamer is a shout. Gustavo Hamer.
I was actually. I mean, I've got them finishing third, and it kills me to say it. I was going to say Leif Davis.
All right.
Ooh,
Well, I've got them finishing first, and I was going to do one of their players. I was also going to go with a Norwich player. I'll be honest.
okay. Who?
Mirko Topic.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
Because he's just got big enough biceps for it. He's
Mm.
just got wham biceps.
All right, mate. It's turning a bit weird now.
Okay, yeah, of course. But thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in on the Spotify and on YouTube to the Bleed Norwich podcast. This was mine and Jack's EFL Championship table predictions. Yeah, let us know what you think. These are just predictions, guys. You know, we're no experts. Well, Jack isn't an expert, clearly, with his predictions, but
Harsh.
you got Sheffield United winning the league and Bristol City in seventh. I
Mate,
can't.
you've got Ipswich in the league, okay? Don't even chat to me. But anyway, thank you everybody for listening. This has been me, Jack, and him, Doeke. Tune in next week for another episode. Peace and love. Mwah.